This week's top Disney news stories include May 4th Star Wars news, as well as other Disney TV and movie news. There's also news about Animal Kingdom and Bob Chapek. Stay tuned, and I'll break it all down. Well, hello there. My name's Jeremy, and welcome back to Freeform Disney, where I talk about all aspects of Disney, from the animated movies to the theme parks to Star Wars, Marvel, and Pixar, and the TV shows, and everything else in between. And that is why it's Freeform. And keep coming back every day for new daily content. If you're not subscribed yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Now it's that time of the week once more, so on to this week's biggest Disney news stories. Let me note before we get started that one major piece of news this week was about Bob Iger and his reasserting control over running Disney. I released a video on that earlier this week, which you can go check out by clicking up in the top right corner or on the link down below in the description. Now on to our top story of this week. Disney has released some big news about May the 4th. For those who are not aware, May the 4th over the last number of years has become heavily associated with Star Wars, as it's close to the phrase, "May the Force be with you," so May the 4th be with you. And this year, Disney's got a couple things coming for us. First off, the Clone Wars series finale. The entire series is coming to an end, and it will be happening a few days early on Monday as opposed to the normal Friday, so that way it happens on May the 4th. The other big piece that was just announced is that there's going to be an 8-part documentary series on The Mandalorian, and it will be launching on Monday, May the 4th. Later, it'll switch back to being on every Friday, and the show is going to be called Disney Gallery: The Mandalorian. Jon Favreau, the creator of The Mandalorian, will be hosting the documentary series, and he had this to say about it. Quote, "Disney Gallery: The Mandalorian is an opportunity for fans of the show to take a look inside and get to see a different perspective, and perhaps a greater understanding of how The Mandalorian came together and some of the incredibly talented contributors throughout Season 1. We had a great experience making the show, and we're looking forward to sharing it with you." End quote. Disney has reported that it will include things like talking about the legacy from the first 6 Star Wars movies and the earlier works that George Lucas was over top of while he was still in charge of Star Wars. How they went ahead and brought the characters to life in The Mandalorian, props, sets, and more. It sounds like it'll definitely be fun. I'm always into some behind-the-scenes stuff. I've consumed far too much behind-the-scenes stuff on Star Wars. And for everyone who has recently gotten Disney Plus over in Europe, say in the United Kingdom, France, etc., well, it will also take place about 3 days after Mandalorian will wrap its first season on Disney Plus over there. So that way it'll be a good time to start all around the world for watching that documentary series. And I definitely know I'll be watching it. And when we get there, May the 4th be with you. Our next story is about other TV and movie news from Disney. We've got a few pieces going on here. First off, we found out that Robin Hood, the old 1973's Robin Hood that Disney made with the live talking animals, well, not live, they were animated. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, that's going to go ahead and become a Disney Plus, quote-unquote, live action. It's a live action / CG hybrid. And that'll be coming somewhere in the future. We don't have a release date on it yet, but we do know it'll be a musical. It will have director Carlos Lopez Estrada, who was the director of Blindspotting, and it's going to be written by Cary Granlund, who is the same person who wrote the live-action Lady and the Tramp that was released to Disney Plus not that long ago. Speaking of movies coming to Disney Plus, we do have a release date now for ARTEMIS FOWL. We found out earlier that ARTEMIS FOWL was going to no longer be coming to the movie theaters. It originally got bumped because of the pandemic, and then Disney decided it would go straight to Disney Plus and not have a rescheduled movie release date, after it had already been delayed once before that on its release, so it seemed like a good candidate for Disney Plus. And so you're asking, what is that release date? Well, it is going to be Friday, June 12th on Disney Plus. Speaking of things that have gotten pushed back and delayed for Disney, the movie Soul, as I predicted would probably get delayed, well, it certainly has. June 19th certainly proved to be a little too early for a movie to come out to the theaters as far as Disney's predicting. So instead of June 19th, it now will come out November 20th, near the end of the year. And that has caused another movie to get delayed, While it wasn't on the same date, Raya and the Last Dragon was originally going to be released on November 25th, and now that has gotten bumped back to March 12th of next year in 2021. And one last piece of Disney TV and movie news is on the new Rogue One spin-off series that's coming to Disney Plus somewhere in the future. We have more ideas of who might be in it, because apparently Stellan Skarsgård and Kyle Soller are in final negotiation to be in it. We already know that Diego Luna and Alan Tudyk will be back playing their own roles, as Diego Luna will be starring and Alan Tudyk will be back as K2SO. So here's a bunch of different movies and shows we're looking forward to here in the future, and we've got more information on what's going to be happening with them. Hopefully you're looking forward to some of these yourself. And now, with that, it's time for the lightning round. Bob Chapek was just elected to the board of directors on Wednesday. Perhaps this was to make up for the story that came out on Monday about Bob Iger being in charge of the company. Okay, probably it's more than that. Disney just entered an unsecured credit arrangement for $5 billion. That was reported back on Monday. Now, this is both good and bad for Disney. Obviously, it means they have more liabilities as they now owe more money. But the fact that they were able to get the loan also means that other people have confidence in them being able to pay it back. So, good news, bad news. Disney has been reaching more agreements with its different unions, including the Service Trades Council Union, which represents 43,000 union workers for Disney who are going to be getting furloughed, although 200 of them will remain on the job during the closure. And finally, Disney's animal care team received a continued accreditation from the AZA, which is the Association of Zoos and Aquariums. Now, this specifically means the Animal Kingdom and Animal Kingdom Lodge over at Disney World. So good job on continuing the high standard of quality over there. Well, that's the stories for this week. Did I miss any big Disney news stories? Are you looking forward to May 4th and the finale of Clone Wars and the start of the new documentary on Mandalorian? Let me know down below in the comments. And thanks for watching. If you liked it, please give it a like, share it with anyone you know who might too. I'll be back tomorrow with another new video. And if you haven't done it yet, click that subscribe button and ring the bell. Have a magical day, and may the Force be with you. Always.